Hey everybody, what's up? So I just wanted to try to make a quick video going over some of the things that people have been asking me in my DMs about how you can get a concealed carry in DC, or maybe even how you can just register a gun in DC to have in your home or your place of business. I know a while ago it used to be highly illegal to have a gun in DC. I don't know when the laws changed, but they did change. And they don't really do a good job of informing people about their rights on it. So, really quickly, I'm just going to break it down the steps that you have to go through. Basically, if you want to conceal carry, you're going to need to find like some kind of course or instructor. But if you just want to register your gun in DC, you can go online. I'm about to show you right now. It's as easy as Googling DC gun registration so you can get onto the law enforcement's website. Here, they're going to break down on the side everything that you need to know, how to register your firearm, how to get the license to carry. An important thing that some people were talking about is your firearm registration with your federal firearms licensee. This is an FFL. This is something that has changed since January 4th, they're saying. So before, the only FFL in DC was the Metropolitan Police. So if you wanted to buy a gun, no matter where you bought it, you could go to a gun show in Virginia. You could purchase a gun there, but you don't get to leave with that gun and legally bring it to DC. What happens is they send it to the registered FFL, which was before January, the police. Now there are two other organizations. If you click on this link, it's going to take you right to them. One of them is the DC Security Associates. The other is GDFFL. So I would recommend, if you're just looking out to go and purchase a gun, that you call both of them. Check to see what their wait times were. That was the thing with me. They were telling me because, well, one, I already moved to DC, so I had guns registered in Virginia. So my guns that I previously owned, I still had to take to an FFL in Virginia, which would be like sharpshooters, or they have others. I had to fill out the transfer papers. I had to pay to transfer my own gun to DC, and then DC, for some reason, made me pay another transfer fee again to get it out. The same thing was when I bought a new gun, the gun that I have for my concealed carry, which is a Glock 43. I bought it from a friend. So he had to make like a bill of sale. We both went to sharpshooters. He brought the gun. We signed shit off. Sharpshooters sent the gun to the DC police for me to pick up. I was told that there would be like maybe a month long wait for me to be able to pick up my gun because of the amount of applications for people trying to purchase guns at the time, and because there's only one FFL, they could take like time to process it all. I think I was actually able to get it in less than a week. So you can purchase a firearm, but in order to pick up your gun, you need to prove that you have completed the training, like the firearms instructions. You're going to find all of that on their website. There's a free one that they have for the DC police on their website. It goes over all of this really important information that you need to know about guns. The website sucks, though. It's very frustrating. The same thing with the NRA website. When you have to take the training course on the NRA, there's a lot of glitches on the website in combination with a lot of information that you need. The instructors to the course are going to kind of go over that briefly with you. But really, they expect you to be able to complete those online trainings on your own. So like, I highly recommend that, like, when you're going through them, like, you take like notes on a pen and a piece of paper of some important stuff. Like, they ask you like the parts of a revolver, you know, a single action revolver, double action revolver, a lot of stuff that you're probably never going to need to know, but they're going to give you a big cumulative test at the end. I know Tim was stressed out about that test. Like, I know a lot about guns because, you know, I've had gun instructors and like learned to build ARs, so that kind of made like the whole process of going through it really easy for me. But I know like some other people that don't have that much knowledge were a little bit more stressed out about it. So again, like a concealed carry course, like, you have to get a course through someone. So this is like one of the Capitol Defense. These are people that they offer trainings. So you need to get like range time on how to use a gun. And then if you're in DC, you're going to have to go to a specific DC instructor, and he's going to give you some more range time, and he's supposed to give you some more information that is related to DC laws, like honestly, he didn't tell me anything. He sent me an email. There was supposed to be some kind of class. They say that you have some class hours. Those laws are actually kind of important, you know, like they go over things like possibly like how far away somebody has to be. Like if somebody's more than 7 feet away from you, like you can't shoot them in self-defense. Like, you know, like those little details, somebody mentioned that to me in passing, but it was never really explained to me in any of my classes. So like I definitely recommend that you maybe come prepared with any questions that you might have about the legality of your gun, and when you can carry it. Like obviously as you're going through this course, the instructors are there to give you like tips. You do not have to have a gun to sign up for the course. Like for example, in order to complete the training requirements for just to have a registered gun in my house, it was three range visits. So for example, you can sign up with like Trouble or Defense or whoever you're going through, and then you can be like, hey, I was thinking, I don't own a gun yet, but like I was thinking of buying this or this. And like sometimes the gun instructor will either have that gun or they'll have a similar gun. So when you go to the range, then they'll be able to help you kind of figure out what kind of gun that you do want to buy. So that way you can have that input before you actually go and buy a gun. I know a lot of people have been hitting me up talking about, I want this, I want that, but they don't know anything about guns. Like, and if you don't shoot a gun, like for example, I carry a Glock 43, but I hate Glocks, right? Because I have tiny hands and Glocks are really bulky. Like before that, I wanted a Springfield XDS because it's just like, you know, the fit to my hand, it's a lot better. You know, I shoot more accurate. So it doesn't matter how reliable Glocks were, and it doesn't matter how customizable Glocks were. You know, a big Glock where I can barely get my, like, the right grip, you know, it's not comfortable. But the Glock 43 is the one Glock very hard to find, but it fits me perfectly, and it's a great concealed carry for me, right? And I changed to one in the Glock 43. One, just because the Glocks are really nice. The 43 is very hard to find, though. Like, I was blessed with the one that I got. Like, I wanted an XDS, and now I still want the XDS mod 2 with the optics, but I don't want that for my concealed carry. I want that to have, like, a small gun that I could play with the optics. I think that's really cool. But one thing that had originally turned me off of the XDS, and one of the instructors had told me about that, is the XDX has like a trigger safety. Not a trigger safety, a grip safety. So that means that you need to have like a strong grip on the gun. And notice, like, you know, I have my gun with me, but I'm not about to pull it out and like demonstrate and play with it. You know, like they're not toys. So like an XDS means like there's something here, so you have to grip it here, or trigger grip. And then you also have to hit the trigger correctly. If not, the gun won't fire. But somebody told me, like, you know, if you're injured, or for example, if you're waking up in the morning in the middle of the night, like your grips aren't that strong. You know, like if you try to pick up a gun, and gun is heavy, you know. When you're really tired, you might not be able to grip it very strongly, and that means you can't fire your gun. So in like a self-defense situation, like that's something to take into consideration. So it's really important that when you are shopping for a gun, like that you go over and you have these conversations with somebody. Another example is somebody asked me, like, what do I think about like shotguns for home defense? Like, shotguns are great in the sense that, like, you know, if you don't know how to aim, like a buckshot, that's going to spread, it's going to spray, it's going to hit a lot. But, you know, what's going to help you is what you know how to use. Like, so for example, me, I'm trained to build ARs. I'm trained to shoot an AR, but I've only maybe shot a shotgun like one time, you know? So like for me, you know, I think in a best case scenario for home defense, like an AR pistol would be optimal, you know, because it's short, you know, it's got a short barrel, area, easy to swing around. But like, I don't want an AR pistol. Like, I want an AR carbine, because I would rather, like, I personally want to practice shooting distance. Like, you ain't gonna run up on my house. If you run up on my house, that's what my handgun's for. My handgun is to give me time to get to my rifle. It's like that, like that's an imaginary scenario, but like everything has like its situation, you know. Like, so the more you know about guns, the more you're gonna be able to like choose what's right for you. Like, you know, a shotgun might be perfect for you if you're hunting. So it's like, but if you don't know how to use it, then it's not gonna help you in that situation. So like, once you get your gun and your concealed carry, then you know you can keep on training and being familiar with how to use your weapon. So that's also really important. So let me know if you guys have any more questions, or just drop your hate in the comments. It's whatever.